Booted from their clubhouse, shorted eightfold on the sale price. Angry senior citizens in northern Kent County believe they got a raw deal. They turned to our Target 8 investigator Henry Erb to help them find some answers.
We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We just want ours taken care of.
On a chill winter morning, a dozen people met us in front of what had been the North Kent Senior Citizen Center in Cedar Springs. It's not that anymore, and all these folks are out in the cold.
We don't want to be on the property. Okay. We can't be on the property. That's the sad part. It's not ours anymore.
The North Kent Senior Citizens Association had owned the building since the late 80s.
This has been their home. This has been their network. This has been their safety zone for years.
The senior center nearly closed in 2005 when the county health department stopped renting space and moved out. To pay the bills, the seniors began renting out 7 small rooms to local businesses. That violated the Cedar Springs zoning code. It's a residential neighborhood. But nobody complained, and the city government ignored it. That changed in 2019 when a new tenant felt her state license required her to get official zoning approval. That put the issue on the city's radar, and the Zoning Appeals Board wouldn't look the other way.
But we can't put something new in that we know is breaking the law.
The city finally said existing tenants could stay, but if they left, they couldn't be replaced. Then last summer, some of the seniors thought they should raise the rent from $200 to $400 a month.
How many places nowadays could a business rent a place for $200 a month?
We loved it there. We really did.
Sue Norton was president of the seniors organization. She was also one of the tenants. She and her friend Kim Gillow ran massage therapy businesses in the building. In 2015, they agreed to run the senior center and the rentals too. She says she couldn't convince the seniors that doubling the rent would empty the building.
If you want them to raise the rent to $400, everyone is going to move out.
And they did. Sue and Kim too. Without income, the senior center was doomed. Sue says their only option was to shut it down and sell the building.
I really didn't have a choice at the time.
Hard to imagine how, but here's where things got even worse for the seniors, and stranger. Their organization had bought the building in the late 80s for $41,000. But when it came time to sell last fall,
it goes and it's sold for what? $25,000. How does that make sense to anybody?
Sue and Kim say the building was in bad shape, maybe should have been torn down. So they took the $25,000 offer.
At that price, and without having to do the inspections, because he was going to give us cash, we thought, okay, we'll do it.
What happened next is what's troubling people. Their real estate agent never put a for sale sign on this building, never listed it for sale. There were no competing bids, yet she quickly found the $25,000 buyer.
She knew him, she'd worked with him before, and so she contacted him about the building even before putting it up for sale.
The deal closed last October 21st. By November 3rd, the real estate agent had put it back on the market. The same agent who got $25,000 for the seniors was now showing the building for her new client, the guy who just bought the place. Now she was asking $249,000, 10 times what she got for the seniors. The building finally sold to a church for $209,000 in late January.
It was a shock because we never thought that we would ever get that building would be worth that much money. I mean, and it was a sickening feeling.
Sue says their real estate agent never told them she was going to work for the buyer, too. Real estate ethics codes require disclosure of possible conflicts of interest and honesty about possible market value. Whether or not there were any violations might be decided by a real estate ethics committee on a complaint filed by this man, attorney Jeff Portco.
Right now, on the surface of it, it just looks suspicious as all get out.
He's investigating the deal for a group of the angry seniors. Portco says it might take a court case to find out why the real estate agent landed the big bucks for the buyer she brought in and not for the seniors.
Big question mark. Why is the price going up 10 times what you just sold it for?
Target 8 investigators had a lot of questions for real estate agent Bernadette Powell, but she made it clear that she's not talking to us. Henry Erb from Wood TV.
Hi.
How do you do?
Good.
Good to meet you. Could we talk to you now?
No, I
About 54 North Park?
No, thank you.
And we're waiting to hear back from the Comstock Park man, Robert Willis Young, who bought low and sold high.
Nobody's talking, but the sale went through and it's gone, and we have no place to be.
The pastor of the church that bought this building says he's willing to talk to the seniors about finding some space for them here in their old home. There's likely a lot more to this story. We'll stay on top of it and let you know what happens next. In Cedar Springs, I'm Target 8 investigator Henry Erb.
And as always, if you have something that you want our Target 8 investigators to look into, you can send your tips to our Facebook, Twitter, email, or the number on your screen.